This lesson is part of our 5th grade Earth Science Unit, Earth and Space Systems. Our learning target for this lesson is to demonstrate an understanding of how water moves through the water cycle and interacts with the atmosphere, geosphere, and biosphere. We will be able to identify the components of the hydrosphere and give examples of how the hydrosphere impacts the Earth and its inhabitants. A hydrosphere is the total amount of water on a planet. The hydrosphere includes water that is on the surface of the planet, under the ground, and in the air. A planet's hydrosphere can be liquid, vapor, or ice. On Earth, liquid water exists on the surface in the form of oceans, lakes, and rivers. It also exists below the ground as groundwater in wells and aquifers. An aquifer is a layer of rock or sand that can absorb and hold water. Water vapor is most visible as clouds and fog. The frozen part of Earth's hydrosphere is made of ice, glaciers, ice caps, and icebergs. The frozen part of the hydrosphere has its own name, the cryosphere. Water moves through the hydrosphere in a cycle. Water collects in clouds, then falls to Earth in the form of rain or snow. This water collects in rivers, lakes, and oceans. Then it evaporates into the atmosphere to start the cycle all over again. This is called the water cycle. When observed from space, one of Earth's most obvious features is its abundant water. The vast majority of water on Earth, 96.5%, is salt water and is not water humans or most other animals can drink. All of the water on Earth, both fresh water and salt water, makes up the hydrosphere. But ice, being frozen water, is also part of the hydrosphere. Of the fresh water that is on the Earth, more than 3/4 of that is frozen in glaciers and icebergs. Let's find out how the hydrosphere interacts with Earth's other systems. The hydrosphere and the atmosphere. An example of the interaction between the hydrosphere and the atmosphere is the water cycle. Evaporation from the hydrosphere provides a way for water vapor to accumulate and form clouds and rain in the atmosphere. The atmosphere brings back the rainwater to the hydrosphere. The hydrosphere and the biosphere. Living things need the hydrosphere to stay alive. All living things need water to survive. Water is a part of almost everything humans make and do. We use water for drinking, cleaning, food preparation, watering lawns, growing food, and in industry. The hydrosphere and the geosphere. An example of the interaction between the hydrosphere and the geosphere is erosion. Water causes erosion to rocks and soil that changes the landscape of the geosphere over time. Let's review our learning target. Choose the answer that completes each statement correctly. Number 1. More than 97% of water on Earth is not drinkable because it is A. Atmosphere, B. Aquifer, C. Geosphere, D. Saltwater, E. Frozen. The correct answer is D. Saltwater. Number 2. More than 3/4 of the fresh water on Earth is. The correct answer is E. Frozen. Number 3. Erosion of sand and rocks by water is an example of the hydrosphere's interaction with. The correct answer is C. Geosphere. Number 4. The water cycle is an example of the hydrosphere's interaction with. The correct answer is A. Atmosphere. Number 5. A layer of rock or sand that can absorb and hold water is an B. Aquifer. You may now click Next to take the quiz for this lesson.